Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. My name is Xani, and I'll be your host for today. Last time we made our way to Tatooine, got ourselves a hunting license, got ourselves a new party member, and now we are off in search of somebody's husband. Or, well, ex-husband. And it looks like he's straight ahead of us. Because why make that a search? Not that I'm complaining. Although I will send him switch to HK because he's faster. On the other hand...
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed.
You say so.
Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. I don't remember you from Faz's Club. You new to Anchorhead? Could you maybe help me get out of here?
You're Tanis. Your wife says hello.
I'll bet she does. She's decided I finally worn out my welcome and she's fixed my droids to do her dirty work.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right.
Why would she do this?
Something about me not following her archaic rules for proper conduct in a marriage. I swear I never saw this coming.
So many jokes I could make there. Oh boy. I'm curious to see what he says with option 1 here.
Hey, I'm the victim here. I'm not sure how divorce works where you're from, but this is a little extreme, don't you think?
Actually, yeah, I do. What do you want me to do?
The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
Well, I guess we should help him out.
Yes, I knew I liked this fella the minute I saw him.
Commentary. I say we blast the meat bag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meat bags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please?
Sure. Oh.
Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
You probably don't, but then... let's just say we tend to get the short end of the stick. Especially in divorce. Thankfully, I'm happily married. In all seriousness. Ha! Wouldn't trade what I've got for the world. Let's see. System failure, group integrity threatened. Really? Ignore the message? For Let's Play's sake, I'll read it anyway.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
Jerk. Automatic repair, screw it. Heyo!
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. Now, my dear lady, I must see to your reward. Will, earthly delight suffice? I suppose not. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist.
It doesn't give me the option to say no, so whatever.
Thanks again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
I'll finish it for him. Dog. Okay, let's see. I wonder if he still shows up at the shop if I go back there. What does that say? Oh. Hard to tell in that background. What? Ah, come on. Really? Come at me.
How'd you like that?
Let's try this again, shall we? Let's see. What goes this way? Ooh. What have we here? While we're at it, I'll heal the party.
Help! Please! Over here! Under the wreckage!
Cute.
Please help! I can't get out!
3, 2, 1.
Squee. Okay. 500 minutes and die otherwise. Oh yeah? You want to let me go? And all of a sudden I'm Snakebite Andy. Wow! One Gamorrean was actually smart. That's a shock. Convenient. Did I already do this one, I think? Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think it's this one I want. Oh! Well, surprisingly, no, it's not that one. And I know it's not, because there's nobody... Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Well, that's interesting. Not even a hello.
How'd you like that?
That's weird. Okay, now let's grab the uniforms.
You asked for this!
What? Oh. Hey, there we go. What the heck? Oh, great. Not this again. Hang on. Okay. Now, let's try this again, shall we? And of course, force healing is not gonna... What the... Yo, Karth. That's interesting. And yes, I'm aware that it's not gonna do anything to him. On the other hand, this will.
Ready?
There we go.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
I really hope I didn't kill any further communication with him by accident. Ooh! Shoot. Wait a second. What? That's interesting. How come I didn't grab any? I could have sworn from the people that I... What the... Ah, there we go. Any more? Because while I'm at it, those gaffy sticks will come in handy. I don't think that was meant to happen, but okay. Come on. Okay. Now, again, I forgot to change uniforms. Let's try this again, shall we? Hey, there we go. Actually, oh. Okay, whatever.
Master?
What?
Yeah, they watch a sand person come whipping through the dunes faster than normal, and nobody says a thing about it. That's ironic. That's an interesting bit of scripting, I will say. That nobody thinks anything of it.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
Such as?
Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders.
Huh.
Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master.
I want to see what number 3 does.
Extrapolation. I understand that you are force-sensitive, Master, but I lack sufficient knowledge to make an accurate assumption. Hypothesis. Perhaps your ability does not take the place of actual language study when the subject is out of the ordinary. Or perhaps the Sand People confuse your ability because they actively refuse to communicate with most outsiders. I have no data on this, sadly. Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
What do you want?
Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners.
Okay.
Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Well, let's put something on, if only for modesty's sake. Apprentice robe. Yeah, forget that. There. Aragorn shadow armor? And he has a stealth generator on him. Will he actually use it for that purpose? I doubt, but Okay. That being said, let's go back to the shop and get the evaporators. Or, depending on where you're from, vaporators. Tell you what, I'll meet you back at the I'll meet you back when I've got the evaporators. Okay, that takes care of the vaporators. Now back to the sand people.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
We have the moisture evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do. Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
Yes.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death. Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask. Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them. Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master. Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course. Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation.
Oh boy. What's that?
Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere.
Interesting that he pronounces it Twi'lek here, yet in KOTOR 2 he pronounces it Twi'lek. I assume, I mean, obviously the two forms are interchangeable, but as far as scripting for the voices go, I assume that's an oversight. I am very curious to see if I can get away with this.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry. Translation. Translation. He says that the fact that you have to ask, this is just one more example of your ignorance as an outsider, Master. He says you are blind. Translation. His people believe they are part of the land, living with it. You and your kind dare to raise yourself above it. You remove yourself. Translation. That act of removal makes you an outsider, separate from all that is important. You could never understand how unwelcome you are.
What do you mean?
Translation. Translation. He says that outsiders use machines to convey them and to make their lives easier. This severs a connection with the land. Translation. Connection to the soil must be made through flesh. A sacred animal is the only external tool to be used.
I'm curious about the vaporators.
Translation. Translation. He says that the use of these blasphemous things will only be tolerated because outsider interference has forced it upon them. Translation. If your kind had not come here, he would not have to defend their ways or their land.
Huh. How does he have contact with the land if he's completely covered?
Translation. Translation. He says that the robes are sacred, Master, and you would not understand. Sand people are never uncovered outside of the most private moments.
Not even in death?
Translation. Translation. Never. That is their way, Master.
I am not going to do this option because I know what happens. I'll go with this one instead.
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Okay, can we meet this storyteller?
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
How can I prove myself worthy?
Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a great dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Okay. What's a great dragon pearl?
Translation. Translation. Stones polished in the gullet of the beast. Apparently they are valuable items.
Where can I find a great dragon?
Translation. Translation. He says there is a dragon in the eastern Dune Sea that you could sacrifice yourself to. You already have a map to the area. Translation. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek, that is sometimes seen out there.
Okay.
Protocol. We should...
Okay. I'll tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation.
Okay. And... oh boy. Let's see, I think this is the way out. On the other hand, I want to explore the place real quick. Get out of my way, bruh. Okay. I wonder if we can talk to the chief again. I can find him. Right. I think he was in here. Yeah.
Query. What? Clarification. Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish. Translation. Translation.
Okay. That takes care of that. So now... ooh, can I do this in here? Ah, crap. I didn't think. I should have had mission here with me. Actually, I think there's a way to do that. However, that's gonna have to wait until next time! Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Have a blessed day. Xani out.